Who else hasn't had ancient age other than this guy?
I'm a complete beginner looking to improve my palate and learn more about bourbon, so come along with me.
All right, we've all heard the stories. Ancient Age has the same mash bill as Blanton's, and the Ancient Age 10 star is supposedly a 6-year-old better version of this, and they're all the same mash bill number 2 from Blanton's, and uh, just want to try it out. I've never tried Ancient Age. I've heard a lot about it. I've heard it's decent. It was not that expensive. But you know, this stuff is starting to get pretty hard to find, actually. I think this is probably about 12 or 15 bucks. And I can't find the Ancient Age 10 star. I mean, it's supposedly a better version or longer aged version. I think this is aged 36 months, it said, so 3 years. And it's 80 proof. I think the 10 star is a 90 proof. And it's supposedly aged longer. Used to be aged 10 years, but now it's not 10 years anymore. It's 10 stars. But let's go ahead and try the bourbon that I've been drinking all week, and then we'll try this. All right, all week I've been drinking that Bourbon Tucker, and it's aged 6 years, and it's a 92 proof. I want to go ahead and open this up and maybe let it breathe a little bit. Go ahead and pour some of it. The Ancient Age. And the Bourbon Tucker is like I said, it's a 92 proof. Yeah, 92 proof and aged 6 years. And it's about $40, so it's not a cheap bourbon. It's fairly good. I will say just the notes. I get a little bit of brown sugar and honey. I think that's what I tasted this last time, and I'll go ahead and try it again. Yep. Brown sugar and honey. That's kind of what it tastes. Has a little bit of heat, but not really bad. It's really pretty smooth. Let's try it over ice. And that brings out that honey taste and brown sugar. So that's what I'm getting from this. So very good, but not a cheap bourbon, that's for sure. Okay. So let's go ahead and try the Ancient Age, and of course it's a Sazerac brand, and it's the same mash bill. It's mash bill number 2, same mash bill as Blanton's. It's 80 proof, and it's aged 3 years. It's fairly easy, fairly inexpensive, but getting to be not that easy to find. I mean, it'll be out a lot of times when you go to the liquor store, so you have to hit them just right, but you can still get it. So let's go ahead and give it a try. It's kind of a little bit more light colored. Let's give it a sniff. I'm not really smelling anything, really, other than just the alcohol. And it's fairly thin. I mean, it's fairly thin. So let's give it a try. There's a little rye spice. Maybe a little bit of a little caramel taste to it. Yeah, maybe a little caramel taste. Not bad. I mean, it's not very expensive, that's for sure. I think this is like 12 or 15 bucks. I think this is a liter, so I think it's like 15 bucks or something like that. Let's try it over ice. There's a lot of hype about the Buffalo Trace and Blanton's, and I'd like to try the Ancient Age 10 Star. If I ever find it, I'll try it and compare it to this. But let's go try this over ice. It's okay. It's not. It's maybe weak would be the word. It's just not because it doesn't really burn. It doesn't really have a burn. It has a little bit of a rye spice, but not really a burn or anything. But not bad. Not bad by any means, especially for 15 bucks for a bottle. So I'm sure it'd be good in an old fashioned. So what I'm going to do is going to go ahead and drink this over the course of the week. Then come back next week and do another tasting and just give my impressions and see if my tastes have changed, if I'm tasting anything new or different in it. If you'd like to do that to develop your palate, that's what I'm trying to do, then come along with me on this journey. Pick a bourbon. It doesn't have to be a bourbon that I pick, although, Ancient Age is fairly cheap if you can get it. Do a tasting. Smell it. What notes are you smelling? What are you tasting? What flavors? Are you tasting vanilla? Are you tasting caramel? Are you tasting brown sugar? Are you tasting baking spices? Whatever. What are you tasting? Drink it over the course of a week, then come back after that and do another tasting and just see if your palate's improved or changed, if you're tasting anything different, if your impressions of it have changed. So come along with me on this journey, drink responsibly, and in the meantime, enjoy.